So how are you going to solve that problem? If the problem that we will be working on is related to fractions and division of fractions and division of fractions. So let's see how we do this. Let's suppose we have a word problem. First thing, whenever you're given a word problem, is that you read the word problem very carefully and underline or highlight all the information that are given to you. And just after reading this, the first step is read the read the problem carefully. The second step is going to be that you have to make a you just look at the data that is given and see that what kind of model should we make to represent this data, and then you read the question carefully and you know find out that what has been asked in the question. So first thing that we are going to do is we are going to read the question, and while reading it, we are going to highlight all the things that are important for us. Okay. Mrs. Hamid used 7 whole 3 by 4 cups of flour to bake a cake. So the total amount that was used flour was 7 whole 3 by 4 cups. To bake a cake, okay, a cake was baked, a pie, and some loaves of bread. These three things were cooked. Okay, so till here you are. You know that 7 whole 3 by 4 cups were used to bake a cake, three things, a cake, a pie, and some loaves of bread. Then the question says, she used 3 by 4 cup of flour to bake the pie. And the pie was baked using 3 by 4 and twice as much flour to bake the cake. Twice as much. So that means if she was using 3 by 4 cups, so the double that amount that was used for cake. So by here, you just looking at this thing, you can see that this can be a comparative model comparison because you're making a comparison here between pie and then cake twice as much. That means the model should have a value of pi, and the model should also represent some in some way. The model should also represent cake, the amount of cake that is used, and the amount of that is used. The rest of the amount is used for the loaves of bread. The question says, how many cups of flour? That means the amount of flour is being asked from you. Did she use to bake the loaves of bread? Express your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. For now, we are just going to consider part A. So the information that is given to us, we know that by using this information, we can make a comparative. First, the question says 3 by 4 cup of flour to bake the pie. Three things are being used. That is baked, that is pie, and cake, and the third thing is also bread. We know that all of these are cooked in 7 whole 3 by 4 cups. Now let's see what is the amount of this. We can use the bar, a single unit, to present. Uh, so, so 3 by 4 cup, you can read it over here. She used 3 by 4 cup of flour to bake the pie. This was for pie. So the amount that she used was 3 by 4. Now for cake, she used twice as much flour to bake the cake. So twice as much means that double that amount. This is doubled. Just do know this thing that this is all in. Just imagine that this is all. Both these parts are equal. It should be equal. This is K. That means this was twice as much. You can see twice means that is a use 2 units, or you can say another way of saying this is 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4. Or the same thing you can say that this is 3 by 4 times 2. Because there are two such. And the rest of the amount is used to bake bread of fruits. Just think about this thing. 3 by 4 cup means not even a full cup. So 3 by 4, 3 by 4. So that would mean just the amount that is left for use of bread would be more. It won't be so. Therefore, we are making a bigger model for that. But okay, now let's see how can we find the solution. Now we will be working on a solution. The question says, we know this thing. Okay. We know these three together make up 7. Like you can say that pi plus k plus loops of bread. I'm just writing bread will be equal to 7 whole 3 by 4. So if we know the value of this thing and the value, if we can find the value of this thing, can we find out the value of bread? Yes, we can by adding these two up and subtracting the amount from the total. We get how much is used for bread. Now, for pi, we have 3 by 4 cup. Let's find out what's the value of k. You can do this way as well, that if 1 unit is equals to that if 1 unit is equals to 3 by 4 cups, these are 2 units. So 2 unit would be equal to 3 by 4 cups times 2. And you know this that whenever there is multiplication of fractions, you can simplify it easily by cutting. 2 ones are 2, 2's are 4. We've simplified it and this becomes 3 by 4. Now still this is an improper fraction. Convert it into a proper fraction by dividing it 1 whole. Sorry, this is going to be 1 whole 1 by 4. So this amount is being used, 1 whole 1 by 2. 1 whole 3 by 4 cups were used to make cake. Now you know the value of 3 by 4 cups. Now you know this is 1 whole 1 by 2 cups. Now from the total, you have to add these two together and subtract them from the total. Let's add them together. I plus will be equal to y is 3 by 4 cups plus 1 whole 1 by 2 cups. Okay, so this will be equal to, again we are going to use the addition of fractions. Remember that you have to make sure that both the denominators are same. One whole is going to be written as it is. To make the denominators same, this is 3 by 4. You have to make this same by multiplying it with 2. So this will become 4. When you're multiplying it with the denominator, you have to multiply the same amount at the top as well. So 1 will be multiplied by 2 and the answer is going to be 2. So this is 1 whole. Now because the denominators are same, you can easily add them up together. So this becomes 1 whole 5 by 4. I'm going to save this. Let's So now you know this is 1 whole 5 by 4 cups. Now this is also not in the proper simplest form. So you have to convert it into simplest form. So this will become 1 plus 1 whole 1 by 4. So this becomes 5 whole, 2 whole 1 by 4. To save this. And let's Now we have 2 whole 1/4 cups of cake plus pie plus cake. Now we are going to find out what is the value of loaves of bread by subtracting it from the total. 7 whole 3/4 minus 2 whole 1/4. 7 minus 2, we subtract the whole numbers first. This becomes 5. Now this is 3/4 minus 1/4. Both the denominators are same, so you can easily subtract the numerators together. 5, 3 minus 1 would be 2 by 4. Now you just simplify. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. This becomes 5 whole 1/2 cups. So 5 whole 1/2 cups are being used for the loaves of bread. Now the next part says that she made 2 identical loaves of bread. Now because these breads are identical means that they would be divided into equal parts. So that means you can divide the amount of loaf that was given to you. It is 5 whole 1/2, and you can divide it into 2 equal parts. So you will do it this way. This is part B. 5 whole 1/2 divided by 2. So first thing, whenever the division of in the division of fractions or mixed number, you have to convert the mixed number into improper fraction. How do you do this? We have learned this in the class as well, that 2 times 5 would make it 10. Plus 1 would be 11. So that means there are 11 parts. 11 by 2 divided by 2. Now again, what we are going to do, we'll keep this. You will change this, the sign, and you will flip the next fraction. This is 2 by 1. When you flip it, it becomes 1 by 2. So this becomes 11 by 4 cups. Now let's see, this is not in the question asks you to find the answer in the simplest form. This is not the simplest form because this is improper fraction. You have to convert it into proper. You have to convert it into mixed number. How do you do this? This is 11 by 4. So now you divide it 11 divided by 4. 4 twos are 8. This means this will do this with 3. Subtract it. So there are 2 wholes, 2 whole cups, and 3 by 4 cups. So in each loaf of bread, 2 whole 3 by 4 cups will use. I hope I have simplified the question as I've explained the concept, and you have, it's not that difficult now to revise this concept over again for other word problems as well. Use the same methodology. First, look at the question and see what kind of model should be used. Second thing is that read the question carefully. Just make the data visible and then work towards the solution. Thank you.